hit another weekend. Hey, we got a brand new day again. Hey, good morning. Hey, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We got a brand new day. Hey. 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 Good morning. Got a brand new day. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. Hey, hey, happy Sunday. Hey, 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 good morning. Hey, grand rising. Hey, and thank you for joining. Hey, welcome. Hey, good morning. Hey, hey, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Good morning. Grand rising. Hey, hey, happy Sunday. Hey, hey, happy Sunday. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Hey, going down on a Sunday. Hey, feeling good on a Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. Hey, and I'm feeling so good today. Hey, I ain't worried about yesterday. Hey, and them challenges are on my way. Hey, I'm feeling good on a Sunday. Hey, happy Sunday. Hey, happy Sunday. Hey, I'm feeling good on a Sunday. Hey, good morning. Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well and good energy, good spirits, and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright, okay? We're coming through with another live message for you guys. So make sure you make sure you take the message how it resonates in your life, okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend, and don't forget, if you love the video, to run the video up, share the video out, and hit the bell notification so that you're notified when we go live. It's going down every morning, okay? Thank God you are cancer free, okay? I'm so happy for you. Yes. Many blessings to you, okay, in your journey. That is very exciting news. So, we were reading something about good news this morning in Proverbs. So, thank you for coming through with the good news. Okay, God is good.
So when I woke up this morning, first of all, I want to say good morning. I pray everyone is doing well and feeling well. When I woke up this morning, I had a song in my head, and it was "Wake up, all the teachers, time to teach a new way.
Hey.
Maybe then they'll listen to what we have to say, right?" So I don't know, it resonated with me, and it made me feel happy. Happy to be my authentic self. Happy to be in alignment. Happy to know that what I'm doing, although it may be a new way to some people, I know it's what I was meant to be doing. So that felt good for me. So wake up, all the teachers, right?
Hey. Happy birthday to the Saggies. Somebody said it's their birthday. Somebody said, can y'all sing happy birthday? Hey, I said, what's your zodiac sign? Hey.
Look.
And happy birthday to them Saggies.
You're not going to believe this. This is weird, right? Listen. My download is for Sagittarius.
Uh-oh, we got a message for you, Sag.
It's written right here. I was about to say it before. I was about to say, okay, I got one download for Sagittarius.
Woo!
It's written right here, right? So this is for you. And happy birthday. Sagittarius. Understanding your cycles of change and embracing the phases of change, right? And that was it. And I got names, a few names. It says Nancy, could be significant. Siegel, Ryan, Deborah, Lance, Arnez, and Juna, right? So understanding your cycles of change and embracing the phases of change. Sagittarius North Node.
Okay.
That's what you all about. Change, build, destroy. It's just like a constant process, a constant transformation process for you, Sag. So understand that about yourself, and I guess begin to embrace that about yourself as well.
Sending many blessings to your neighbor. Okay. Many blessings to your neighbor. Okay. Happy birthday. Hey. We're going to celebrate. Hey. Because it's your birthday. We going to celebrate. Hey. Hey. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to a Sag.
Happy birthday to the Sag. Hey. 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 It's your birthday. We got you. Hey. Hey. We want to say, hey. Hey. Happy birthday. Hey. And many, many more. Hey. Hey. Happy birthday to a Saggy. Hey.
Happy birthday to a Sag.
Hey. Hey.
What's your zodiac sign?
Hey. Hey. I said, what's your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign? Hey. Hey. We got Aries and Taurus. And shout out to them Geminis. We got Cancer. Hey. And Leo. Saggies. Hey, y'all know I'm a Saggy. Hey, hey, and happy birthday to you, Saggy. Hey, Capricorn and Aquarius. And shout out to them Pisces. Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Okay. See, that was on the spot just for you. In the middle of the message. Okay.
Okay, y'all. So
happy birthday to you. God bless you and many more.
All right.
You didn't have any more downloads?
No more downloads. Just one download for the Sag.
Hey, Scorpio. I got a Scorpio son. Okay. I have a Scorpio child. Let's get some energy. Let's get some energy. We got Virgo energy out here. You could be needing to be alone right now. You could be needing to study yourself. We have August 23rd and September 22nd. This could be your birthday or significant here. You know, with Virgos have very high expectations. And sometimes I feel like, you know, the expectations can be maybe even a little bit too high in some areas, right? It's to set realistic goals to reach. Be practical, organized, and detailed, okay? Solitude. You know, it could be a time to really go inside and figure out what's next, you know? You could be trying to plug into things outside of yourself to figure out what's next. And, you know, if your steps are guided, like my husband said, how can you really know which way you're going? You know, how can you really know which way the next step is? So solitude, you know, maybe sitting still and listening. You know, a lot of times we just like to move and groove and do, but we don't really listen. So I feel like this could be a listening season, a listening period. Okay, you could be a Virgo that I'm talking to, or I don't know, something about Virgo season. But I feel like being practical right now, you know, setting realistic goals for yourself. Okay, paying attention to the details of things. All right, and being organized. I don't know if maybe you need to get rid of some things as we go into what some call the new year between January and March. You could be needing to do some organizing, some cleaning, some releasing, or something like that. There could be someone with an old jacket. This could be like a jacket that you've had for a very long time that needs to be passed down to someone or something like that. I'm also seeing something about a watch here. So I don't know if you have some kind of special jewelry or a garment from someone or something like that. But yeah, that's coming out here. We got an offer. Someone wants to offer you something. Now, I don't know if this offer is good or bad. Only you know, okay? Only you know what someone is trying to offer you, but someone is trying to definitely offer you something. I see someone wanted to hand you something, a thing, okay? An opportunity, you know, whatever it is. I feel like, you know, be practical, okay? And pay attention to the details of the offer. So, you know, the fine print. If you have a contract, make sure you're reading the details of your contract. You know how many people were bound into contracts because they had no idea what they actually read? You don't know how many people were not paid properly because they didn't read the details of what they were signing, right? So an offer is here, and only you can be the judge of this offer, but pay attention to the details.
Okay, so we have reflection, and it's being clarified by true love. Reflection, you're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. And then it says, true love. I don't know what this reflection is. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like this could be a self-oriented type of card where, you know, you're being called to reflect on yourself. It definitely says on a recent choice that you may have made, right? I don't know. I feel like even in the area of love, like you could be in a relationship, you could be like needing to reflect, maybe you need to I don't know, maybe somebody should understand that when you're in some type of a union with a person, you have the strength to, you got to realize it's two people inside of a union. So you have way more strength. You don't have to deal with um, things like reflection on your own when you have somebody that, when you're somebody you can be in some type of union. I don't know, moving to the next one, it says praise others, confusion, potential reconciliation. Praise others. Praise is a power. Finding the good in others and praising them sincerely can make them happy and confident. At the same time, it will make your own relationships more harmonious. Confusion. Hmm. Confusion is what I feel about this reading, actually, honestly. So let's deal with, first of all, praising others. What does that do? Well, it can balance out areas that are imbalanced in your life because praise is an energy of projection, but it goes and gets an energy. Like it's like, for instance, if you want to get your body in shape, then it takes you to put forth energy to gain energy. Like the harder you work, the more you're in shape. So the more you praise others, right? Maybe the more room and space and opportunity you create for yourself with praising others, right? I'm really feeling like that. Or maybe you change the dynamic of popular opinion about you. Like maybe some things were said about you, and maybe praising others can help balance that. I don't know. It feels like a lot of confusion. So I'm gonna move on. It says potential reconciliation. So it's a maybe. If you're thinking about reconciliation or reconciling with somebody, maybe it says learn to reconcile with yourself. So before you think about maybe going back and making things smooth or letting somebody back in, maybe there's a need for you to work on yourself a little bit more. Because it says learn to reconcile with self on the card. So maybe let that be your focus.
I got Capricorn energy over here, December 22nd or January 19th. This could be your birthday. You could be a Capricorn. Okay, we got bad habits in the reverse. Uh, Addictions and toxicity. Okay, uphill climb, but worth it. Work, practical and long term. So someone's working on their long term goals here. You could be a Capricorn doing this, or there could be some kind of change coming up in Capricorn season. I feel like there's someone who was willing to let go of some bad habits, and that's the only way to get to this level that you're at. A lot of things have to be left behind, and I feel like someone's doing this here. You could have been obsessed and addicted to a lot of different things at one point in life. Maybe even people. But I feel like that energy has gone. I feel like someone's grown from that energy. We got travel here. Okay, there could be a lot of travel coming up for you in your current energy. Okay, I don't know if you're getting ready for holiday travel or something like that. But I see someone going on a trip with a briefcase. Okay, you could be a snowbird, okay, where you go from one place to another. Like when it's cold, you have one home, and then when it's warm, you go to your other home or whatever. Something like that. Okay. Let's see. I heard Frederica. Look at the bison with abundance coming out this morning. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So, gratitude and prayer, a lot of people like to gravitate to things that they don't understand when they're in a bind or a challenge, right? When instead of sticking to the basics, right? So if you grew up knowing God, right? Why would you be grabbing a spell book? Okay, why would you be trying to do spells? Something like that. But we
Don't
gotta,
do none of that.
right? I feel like whoever you are, you stuck to the script, the basics, what you know, And, I don't know. I feel like there's something changing here. I don't know if you've been in the house a lot lately. You haven't been able to travel. I don't know if your vehicle has been down. Whatever it is, I feel like something's changing here. I see you moving around, and I see things when they change, it's not stopping. Like things are just gonna take off for someone here. Okay, because someone decided to put things down. I don't. Somebody could have really had some major addictions here. You could have really overcome some challenges as far as addiction, and I'm so proud of someone. Okay, something like that. There could be even someone now that still attends like AA meetings or something like that. Kudos to you.
Because it's Capricorn time out here, I have a Capricorn download. It's staring me in the face, so I'm gonna read it. Right? It's pre-wrote. It says Capricorn, change of heart, embracing new opinions, transmuting negative energy, and then we have names: Dorian, Alyssa, Camellia, Jeremy, Richard, Lindsay, Ophelia, and Lenny. Right? So, change of heart, embracing new opinions. Okay, Capricorn, it's a way to transmute it, right? It's kind of like feeling like you ever been in something and you might have thought you was right, but when you found out you was wrong, you was willing to say, "All right, I'm wrong. I need to change this." Right? It's admirable. It's definitely growth to have a change of heart and be willing to accept that something needs to be different. Is good, right? So kudos, Cappy. Release, take a chance, and wonderful. This release and take a chance is definitely saying to me, if you want better, when you know better, you definitely got to do better, right? So if you know that something was holding you and you know you have to release it and take a chance is like it's in the same notion, release it, take a chance because quite possibly you can't take a chance until you release it, whatever it is, whoever I'm speaking to, release it, take a chance. You could even feel like releasing whatever it is taking a chance, and it may be, but it may be a chance that you being called to take, right? Wonderful. It says commitment, telepathy, and accept. Hmm. Maybe this is telling you to accept that you have a certain type of gifting, right, and be committed to it. It says commitment and accept, right? Accepting commitment. Is that something that you're willing to do? Maybe somebody don't realize you're moving forward is it maybe is dependent upon a commitment. Maybe somebody can move forward due to a lack of a commitment. In order to get something out, you only gonna get out what you put in. So this commitment and it says telepathy, right? So I'm really feeling like there's some things about you, viewer, that you need to come to grips with and realize that it takes work in order for you to balance it. So you have to at least commit to the work. Like even if it's something you don't understand, being committed to understanding it is a good place. Wonderful. I'm gonna leave you with this footnote. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide you wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Yeah, somebody's gifted.
I heard Lacey. Something about the butterfly, something about August is here. Recap the rewards of what you have planned. Abundance is out here again, ripening and harvest. Someone's reaping the benefit of the harvest or something like that. Harvest, God promised me. God promised me the life and how we go?
Take back what the devil stole from me. Can I rejoice?
Change and transformation. Okay. Yeah, the butterfly. Okay, your birthday could be in August. fertility, change and transformation. And we have the polar bear mystic. Somebody's mysterious. That's what I'm hearing. You can be very mysterious. You know, maybe people can't figure you out, so it can be frustrating. You know, you can frustrate people because they can't really read you how they can read people like they think. Okay, something like that. Know that the challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So yeah, someone has like some abilities here. I told you people are upset because they can't really read your energy. Is cloaked. You know, when your energy comes from a higher source, it can't really be clocked down to a T, right? Something like that. I don't know. You're showing up very mysterious, mystic, good energy. The polar bear is actually a very powerful animal, you know. So you're showing up very powerful. Maybe you showed up very weak at one point, but you know, I don't see any weakness here. You know, when you reverse bad habits, that means that you're showing up strong. So you could have showed up weak at one point, but not anymore. Okay, very strong kind of energy. Let's see. We got 1616 with recovery. I told you somebody could be in recovery, like AA. Somebody could be going through some kind of treatment, some kind of program, or you could have already done this. This could be something that someone's thinking about. Recovery, diplomacy, potential, mercy, service, recovery, adaptability, and renewal. It is confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit you and the world. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. 1616. Okay. Right. So I feel like, honestly, a person has like literally changed their lives by recovering from something.
You know, it doesn't always have to be that you had treatment.
Mhm.
Some people are strong enough to recover without treatment, but most of us need some form of recovery. It's what helps us get to where we at. Like it's like one of those things where people who I see who truly possess certain power, they really went through a lot of things. Like very seldomly do I see somebody that really has, because it forces you to tap into yourself. Like your recovery time, the times when you have to recover from things in life, those become the times when you grow the most. Those become the times when you can understand your threshold for certain things, like how far you can be bent and extended. Like you ever been to a certain place and you recover from it, and then you have a wisdom about it. Because just because you went to that place and you came back, you have a certain wisdom, right? And it's unspoken. It's not something that it's like, and people know this about certain people. This is what true wisdom is really made of. Like those who recover and have a story to tell about it. So don't freak out. Peaceful abundance. So for somebody, maybe you could be feeling like life is too good to be true in many ways, right? It's not always the other way around. Like I feel like somebody, your life is panning out right now. It's peaceful, it's abundant, and you could be really freaking out about it. Because you could be a person that's used to a lot of conflict and a lot of chaos, a lot of trauma bonding. When God starts straightening that stuff out in life, it feel awkward. It's like you so used to fighting that there's no fight. So you freak out. It's like you might not even be aware of it, right? It says admiration, cherish, and emotion. it's a feel good kind of energy, right? With this admiration, cherish, and emotion, I'm feeling like the small things about yourself that you may be in tune with, right? And maybe you learn how to cherish those things. Yeah, because I don't feel like this is, you know, I feel like this is things that you may have just overlooked before, and it gets like that. Once you start awakening in certain places, you start being grateful. Like you find this different admiration. You begin to cherish what you have. Like some people don't have the best relationship with their parents or their bloodline until they awaken, and then they realize how much valuable information. And then some people yearn for conversations. That's why if you got parents, talk to them, right? No matter what the relationship might look like, because somewhere along the line, you're gonna need the information, right? So maybe somebody you cherish in these things feels good. I don't know. I just feel like enjoy your freedom or your time of peace. Like I feel like you just somebody you was at war a lot, right? And I can identify with the energy.
Follow your dreams.
Closer to my
I was saying yesterday, I was visioning like a lot of people. You know, you had a lot of dreams and aspirations when you were a child, and I was saying that I can literally see how things are coming to fruition. You know, for a lot of people, like those things that those dreams and visions that you had, they weren't for no reason. You know, everything is for a reason, and if you can envision yourself somewhere, you can see yourself in a place, then you can make it there, and that's what's happening. You know, someone was a big dreamer, someone was a big visionary, someone could see beyond where they were at in the physical. And it says, follow your dreams. I feel like you are, you know, your dreams are becoming reality or something like that. We got running, ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. Okay. I don't know if you ghosted someone or someone ghosted you, but it doesn't matter because maybe you had to run away from something to follow your heart, your dreams, or something like that. Okay. I feel like, you know, there was something that you literally had to ghost. Maybe even, you know, maybe you had to get out of an environment or get away from certain people. Maybe you were doing some of these low vibrational things with other people, and now you're like running away from that kind of stuff or something like that. You know, really following your dreams, following your heart, your purpose, where you're supposed to be. We have inspiration and courage. Okay, so you're showing up very courageous right now. Okay, you could be feeling very inspired. Okay, maybe there are people that you know are inspiring you right now. You know, maybe you're watching people that are in the predicament that you're in right now. Maybe you see that recovery is possible. Maybe you see that, you know, my dreams can become reality, something like that. Okay, there's some kind of inspiration here, but it definitely requires courage. Okay, Joshua, what does it say? Be courageous. Okay, and Joshua, be courageous. Yes. Okay, be inspired and courageous. You know, I feel like I don't know. I want to say like it's go time. Okay, I feel like there's also someone that needs to know there's no running from your calling. You know, you have not been fulfilled because if you keep trying to run from what your purpose is, you know, and then you wonder why you're not fulfilled, is because someone's trying to run away from what they're called to do. Okay.
Running. Communication. It's been clarified by Cupid.
Ooh, coming in like the arrow.
CC. CC can be significant. The name. I don't know. It says communication is the bridge that connects people. Good communication can eliminate misunderstandings, enhance feelings, and solve problems. So let me stop right there. Right? Shoot. Is somebody in love and unable to communicate it effectively? Right? That could be an issue right there, right? You could be in some type of love, or you could be holding on to some type of love. I don't know, but it feels like a lack of communication, and it feels like somebody's energy has misunderstandings in it, right? And it's because of sometimes we just gotta sit with ourselves, tap into how we really feel, and learn how to express it because we adults and we growing up now, and we gotta realize the suppressed emotion beats you up so much more than finding a way to let it out. When right? It comes out, it's raging. Yeah, and it be that kind of rage because sometimes we assume that people know what we feel, and when they don't, we got rage against it. Like that's immature. Like real talk. Like if you have issues in your heart in the area of love, whether they be positive, negative, or whatever, as an adult that's really trying to grow into somebody that can really tap into your strong self, you gotta find a way to get it out and communicate how you feel in your environment. Because if not, you letting the environment do what it do. Like nobody can know what you think. Nobody can really know what you feel. And sometimes we fail to realize the environment moving so fast. People don't mean to offend you, but if a person don't know how you feel and they move towards you and it's offensive, they don't know. Right now it says right direction and observe. So I feel like this is telling me that somebody you moving the right way. Is this a need for you to observe? Be more observant. Be you know how they say be aware of your surroundings? Well, that's natural and spiritual. Even more like spiritual, like be observant. When you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with places, observe how you feel. I heard my wife told me yesterday one of the older psychic people that they do a lot of work and they've been in the business for a while, and they said they don't go to Vegas because it's not good for them because they are psychic. So when they go to Vegas, they see too much, so they don't go there, right? That's a person that's observant. They know, right? But that's how we gotta be. We really gotta lean towards those tendencies, right? So that our mind can be stronger. Because if you don't observe what's going on with you spiritually, you be losing energy wondering why, right? Or you be sometime, thank you. Sometime when we don't feel when we fail to sort out the spiritual energy, we let demons smile in our face. And because we won't really just observe what we see on a spiritual level, we let people get away with things that they shouldn't get away with. And it's not about fighting battles, right? It's about just being aware. Do you know being aware is one of the biggest defenses that you can have? Not fighting back, being aware. Because once you're aware, it becomes a defense. Certain things can't happen. It's adherence on a spiritual level. It like reminds me of that documentary that we just watched about Homeboy, when that one guy was like, yeah, they was collecting my bodily fluids, and then when I asked them about it, they didn't do it anymore. Which kind of, I mean, it kind of supports the fact that Diddy is much more than what people think he is, right? I think that's what it was revealing to me. It was revealing that this is a guy that does dark work, spiritual work, due to the level of adherence, right? Because evil adheres. People that do great evil, they have a level of adherence to when God says something. They won't move. Like it's like sometimes wicked people got a presence of mind to stay out of God's affairs more than people of God have. It's crazy, but it's true. And it's all about observance, right? That's the word I'm looking for, right? Maintain discipline, maze. So that's basically when you're going through, and I feel like in that discipline is commitment. Even when you're in a maze, like that confusion when you're going through, you don't know what's behind every door. You don't even know why God is telling you to walk down some dark alleyways, right? But maintain your discipline, right? Because it says a maze right here. Even if you feel lost, there's a way through a maze.
Brandon, Cola. We have imagine and envision. I told you, like, I don't know, you're a visionary. I don't maybe you could be needing to create a new vision board as we go and, close out the year. Okay. Maybe you have already checked off a lot of your goals and now it's time to, think of some things that are maybe a little bit bigger here. That doesn't mean we have to move right away, but we can be brainstorming and, thinking, okay? It says choose peace. So I feel like make sure you choose peace over chaos. Chaos and confusion is not a high vibrational energy. It doesn't come from the Most High. Let me see. Open to the universe. I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. Okay? So, reclaiming your inner power is so important. A lot of you guys were perceived as weak, right? But the whole time, you are the one that has this power inside of you. You know, maybe you weren't aware of it, maybe it was misused, whatever it is, but I feel like right now you're reclaiming this power back. Okay? And completely, to completely love yourself, it takes a while. It does. It takes a while to be able to look at yourself with all your flaws, with all the comparisons of the world, and to really fully embrace yourself. But when you do, it's a very beautiful feeling.
Embrace.
Okay.
Did you just say embrace
I
yourself?
did.
Embrace.
Okay, period.
Fell out right when you was talking.
There you go.
This says learning to forgive and chill out is making a difference in your life. And look, it came out together. Look, learning to forgive, chill out, making a difference. Right. So I feel like maybe you tap into the superpower, forgiveness. I call forgiveness a superpower because it does magical things in your life. So forgiveness and learning to chill out. So maybe you're not responding as fast as you did. It's helping you. It's making a difference. It says happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failure is key. So I see that. You know, you learned that. You learned that quite possibly you flying out the handle was causing you to not win. So you learn it's humility when you can realize, okay, I'm the problem. I need to chill. It's me. I'm sabotaging myself. That's a great energy, and I feel like somebody you found that. And learning to forgive is you learning to forgive yourself, even for all the opportunities that you did squander away because your attitude wasn't on point or your response time was bad. You lost a lot, but you learned to forgive yourself. This is what's giving you this transformation, this energy. This is what's making a difference, and it's showing up on your physical countenance. When you go this deep, it can't help but to bust out the seams. So it's like when you really, really don't went in there and like you're like, okay, God, I know. I'm going to chill. I'm going to forgive all those that hurt me, forgive myself, give forgiveness. I'm going to work on my attitude and that make a difference. That show up on the outside of your it shows up on your countenance. And it says guilty, right? Don't let guilt get in the way of this happiness. Don't be guilty. Like when you blow up, because guilt will try to creep in. Like guilt will do you like guilt will have you out here like this. You did the work on yourself. So you shine, you glowing, but you really did the work, right? But guilt will trick you. Guilt, you will let guilt set in, and it'll you'll let people come into your life that wished you didn't do the work, people that prayed against you, and you'll let them make you feel like you shouldn't have survived what they done. See, you could be having survivor's guilt, like when you want to give back to things, people, and places that really try to hold you down. When you have that urge to give back to them anyway, right? That's not always a good and holy thing. Sometimes that is an efficiency, right? Sometimes you should not don't do that, right? Because you don't want to give away what God gives you to people that try to sabotage you or places that try to sabotage you. You don't want to do that, right? So let the guilt go. Then it says marriage out here. So marriage is a strong place, right? And then last but not least, making a difference and embrace. Embrace what fate has in store for you. I'm telling you, people ain't gonna like it. I got some names: Carmen, Stacy, Aquila, DeAndre, and Dahmer. Right? So just know that people not gonna like it when you embrace what fate has in store for you. And why are some people not gonna like it? Not being negative, but we want to speak to the energies, right? Why wouldn't some people like when you embrace what fate has in store for you? Because you let go of what they had in store for you. When you let go of what people had in store for you and embrace what fate has in store for you, you're leaving a lot of question marks, unanswered questions. You're leaving a lot of spell work going in reverse. You're leaving a lot of different things going back and returning on people, and they don't like that because the plan was never for you to embrace what fate has in store for you, and it's making this difference. You need to know that you're making a difference, that your change is making a difference. Your change is making a difference. So don't take it lightly.
Hey, okay. And that was your message. Hey, accept or reject it, but keep your spirit protected. Okay. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us another morning. Thank you for your energy, your love, your comments. We hope you guys have a great Sunday. God bless you. And until next time, elemental beings. Trying to save the people from the pain and misery. And this life is not that hard. We be pulling all these cards while we healing all these scars.